All right, so welcome to Crypto Wednesday, where I'm going through my process of building out systematic crypto trading portfolios and trading systems in order to present those to StatsEdge Pro members in the future. And the idea is that I want to build this openly with you guys. And unless you've been under a rock a little bit, you may not have noticed that some wildness occurred on the weekend and on Friday when it came to crypto as a whole. So this is a moment where I think we kind of take a pause for what I was planning on presenting and just talk about this and how this doesn't worry me and how you have to think about these things when you're trading individual systems. And if you look here, so this is BNB. This is a coin, one of the top five, I think, top five, top 10 coins out there. And you can see within one day, it dropped 40%. And there were some coins that went to zero. There's stories all over Twitter of people who lost their entire accounts in one trading day based off what they were seeing in, or basically what happened in crypto. Now, what is one thing that all of those people had in common? Well, they were leveraged. They were leveraged up pretty high when it came to, their particular crypto trading. And, not to disparage anyone, but that's the main reason that I'm not worried, is because I'm not going to do that. Right? Some people in crypto, for those who don't know, you can get 20, 50, 100 times leverage very easily. And, with that, you can create a lot of wealth. If you nail a trade and the thing just rips, well, great. You can turn a very tiny amount of money into a huge amount of money. It can also happen the other way around, where if you have 100 times leverage, for example, a 1% move in the underlying equity either doubles your account or wipes you out. And it's crypto. Like 1% is nothing. So, got a couple questions on this series, and people say, hey, are you worried about this? Are you worried about, building this crypto thing with what happened? And no. So what I wanted to show you guys is one thing that I've tested and one thing that I'm building out here, which is a crypto mean reversion system. And the idea is that we're looking for a big pullback in a underlying stock or an underlying crypto, and we are looking to buy that pullback. I will go over again. I'm going to show you all of the details of everything that I'm building soon, but this is one of the strategies. And this right here is, grab this. This is the current equity curve of the strategy, which it doesn't look amazing, but over 5 years, it's kind of doubled your money, and it's had really good risk-adjusted return. Overall. So I ran it today, and today's Monday when I'm recording this, saying, hey, did I get hugely affected by this move? And this is where I want to go into why this kind of thing is so exciting for me as a tester, because I didn't really have any serious money to work on my systems, and I get to see how they would have performed under an incredibly stressful and incredibly volatile situation. And looks like pretty much nothing happened, and that's perfect. That gives me a lot of confidence, which is why we build systems. It gives us the confidence to take trades in the way we should, the way we know we should be taking trades. And we should be taking trades based off of some amount of data that we have that proves that trade works, not a tip we saw on Reddit or a couple squiggly lines we draw on a chart, but we have some data and we said there's some alpha or some outperformance here. And looking at this, I can see that, hey, we had the largest crypto wipeout in history when it came to dollars. And this mean reversion system, the thing that I was the most worried about, that buys on the way down, was unaffected. And I take a look, there was one trade that came through, and it was this one. And it was, we bought right here, and currently we would have sold kind of right here. So we would have made a little quick hit on the mean reversion on this BNB, and that was it. So that's why, I'm not worried about it, because I'm never going to leverage it up. And the amount of money I'm going to trade in my crypto account is understanding that it is crypto and that there are these moments that happen. So, whereas in my total net worth and my equity portfolio, a 50% drawdown would be something really hard to deal with. The amount of money that I'm going to put in and the mentality, I guess, which is more important to have when I go to the crypto space, is going to be that 30, 50% drawdowns are bound to happen. Now, to make up for that, I better have way more in return. So risk adjusted, it's probably going to be about the same, maybe a little bit better if I can find some really good systems for it. But the idea is that you have to kind of frame your brain a little differently. If I'm invested in Apple and Google and Nvidia, there's very rare chances where they're going to go to like zero overnight. but some of these crypto coins can, which is why we're going to diversify across different crypto and across different strategies. But we know that when they crash, they're all going to crash together. So it's important that we understand that this is just one part of what we're going to be doing. So you take that, and then as a systems trader, if you weren't caught up in it and you weren't using leverage, you should be excited, because now you really get to look and see, how did my system handle this particular move in the crypto space? If it handled it well, if it locked in perfectly and it didn't completely blow up, then you know your system now withstood the largest liquidation event in cryptocurrency history, and you're left standing. And that should give you way more confidence to keep going. So, for the people who are asking, no, I'm not more scared of building and creating crypto systems. I'm actually more excited to do so, because now I know that while, some people got wiped out, and again, I feel very bad for them, my systems did not. So my systems have shown robustness in the face of terrifying markets. So just wanted to go. We're going to get back into the nitty gritty of building. I'm going to show you some real tests. I'm going to show you some things that I built later next week. But for this week, I just wanted to really go over this major event that happened and talk about, again, why it hasn't changed my mind. It's only made me way more excited to push on.